Hey guys, it's Destiny, and today we're going to be going over Cipher's kit, team synergies, and builds. Let me know which character you're the most excited for between Cipher, Phainon, Saber, Archer, or if you're actually waiting for a different character to release instead. Lastly, if you do enjoy videos like these, do make sure to subscribe, hit the like button to support the video, and now let's get straight into it. Starting off with Cipher's kit, Cipher is a Quantum Nihility character who focuses on debuffing enemies, dealing follow-up attacks, and one of her most unique traits consists of recording the damage dealt onto enemies in order to deal massive amounts of damage with her kit. Starting off with Cipher's basic attack, she'll deal damage onto a single enemy. As for Cipher's skill, she'll attack an enemy and adjacents. She'll have a 120% base chance to weaken that enemy and adjacents, which will decrease the amount of damage those enemies deal by 10%, and Cipher's attack will also increase by 30% for 2 turns. Now for the big mechanic of Cipher's kit, it'll be her patron mechanic. Cipher's talent will cause one enemy on the field with the highest max HP to become the patron, if there are no targets on the field with that effect. When an enemy with Patron is attacked, Cipher will record 12% of the non-true damage dealt onto that enemy. How much she has recorded will be visible on the normal battle screen, but for the exact number, it'll be visible in the stats screen within battle. The damage recorded will factor into the damage she deals with her ultimate, which we'll get into this shortly. Additional noteworthy things regarding Cipher's talent is that she can swap the current enemy with the patron effect with her skill or ultimate, and she will be able to deal follow-up attack when an ally on the team attacks the enemy afflicted with the patron effect, and this will happen once per turn. What's pretty cool though is that one of Cipher's traces will allow Cipher to record 8% of the non-true damage that allies deal to enemies aside from the patron. As to why this is beneficial, in scenarios where you're using Cipher alongside an AoE or blast damage dealer, you'll be able to still benefit from them attacking multiple enemies, as you'll be able to record 8% of the damage dealt onto those enemies as well, which of course will be very beneficial when it comes to her ultimate. And speaking of her ultimate will cost 130 energy, and Cipher will now be able to take advantage of the damage she has recorded throughout the fight. To begin, Cipher will deal quantum damage onto one designated enemy, then she will deal 25% of the damage recorded to that designated enemy as true damage. Then she'll also deal quantum damage to the designated enemy and adjacents, as well as deal the remaining 75% of damage recorded as true damage, and this will be split evenly between the 3 targets. To clarify on how her ultimate works from what I've been able to test, in the current Star Rail event, she will deal 25% of the damage recorded to the designated enemy, and then split the remaining 75% between that same designated enemy and adjacents, which results in 50% of that true damage recorded onto that primary enemy, and then 25% of the damage recorded will be dealt onto each adjacent. I'm also showing this on screen so it's easier to visualize as well, and I was also able to test this in a single target scenario, which her ultimate will hit that designated enemy by 100% of the damage recorded as true damage, and this allows you to not waste any of the damage recorded. Her ultimate's damage is heavily reliant on how much damage the team is able to deal onto enemies for Cipher to record and take advantage of. Her ultimate can allow her to be useful in dealing a significant amount of damage onto enemies, and let's say you're in a Memory of Chaos scenario, you can consider holding Cipher's ultimate until the boss's second HP bar to have an easier time with dealing with it. Or if you were close to defeating an enemy and you weren't able to do so, Cipher can help with closing that gap and finishing off that enemy. Cipher's ultimate is unique when it comes to the potential it can provide in numerous scenarios. I intend to showcase Cipher very soon on the channel, and if you are interested in seeing those showcases, do consider subscribing to see more content from me. Now when it comes to Cipher's remaining traces, one of her traces will allow her crit damage dealt by her talent's follow-up attack to be increased by 100%, and when Cipher is on the field, the damage received by all enemy targets will increase by 40%. This is very beneficial as Cipher will now allow the team to deal more damage onto enemies with this trace, which can allow her to be slotted into numerous teams as they can take advantage of this trace to deal more damage onto enemies. As for Cipher's last trace, when Cipher's speed is greater or equal to 140, her crit rate will increase by 25%, and the recorded value will increase by 50%. Now, if her speed is greater than or equal to 170, her crit rate will increase by 50%, and the recorded value will increase by 100%. This trace heavily indicates a speed goal for Cipher, which will be 170 or higher to maximize her trace and take advantage of a huge 50% crit rate boost, as well as the recorded value being increased by 100%. Now for Cipher's mini traces, our favorite cat will be getting 14 speed, 14.4% quantum damage boost, and 10% effect hit rate. Lastly, Cipher's technique will make her undetectable and she'll become super fast, increasing her movement speed by 50%. And Cipher will also have a chance to obtain a random consumable when approaching enemies up to 50 items per day. Lastly, Cipher will deal quantum damage onto all enemies, and it'll increase the recorded damage Cipher obtains from this instance of damage by 200%. Overall, Cipher has a very interesting kit, especially with her patron mechanic. And now that we've gone over her kit, let's go over some team synergies. When it comes to Cipher's team synergies, two noteworthy synergies would be alongside Acheron or Feixiao. When it comes to her synergy with Acheron, Cipher can debuff enemies with her skill and fulfill one of Acheron's Nihility wants. When it comes to Acheron's Trace the Abyss, Cipher can assist with allowing the team to deal more damage with her trace, and Cipher being able to record the damage that the team deals can assist with defeating bosses alongside Acheron, as Cipher will be able to take advantage of the damage that Acheron deals by recording an amount of that damage dealt onto enemies. Additionally, since Cipher will be built to be fast, the 170 plus range to maximize her trace, she can assist with frequent debuffs. As for Feixiao and Cipher teams, Cipher having a follow-up in her kit, as well as being able to have frequent turns due to her higher speed, can assist with generating Flying Aureus stacks for Feixiao. And Cipher's trace can assist with the team dealing more damage onto enemies, as mentioned with the Acheron team, and her ultimate can also assist with handling bosses as well. As for non-Acheron or Feixiao teams, Cipher can be used in numerous teams when it comes to her recording the damage dealt onto enemies and allowing the team to deal more damage onto enemies as well. She could be an interesting flexible spot, and while she may not be the best in slot for some teams, she can still be used as a flexible option. For example, she could be a fun option alongside Castris and other DPS options as well, playing a supportive as well as secondary damage dealer slot. Now when it comes to building Cipher, for her relics you'll be looking at Pioneer Diver of Dead Waters, Genius of Brilliant Stars, or you can consider using Eagle of Twilight Line if you intend to use her ultimate more frequently. As for Plainars, I would recommend Glamoth. Duran Dynasty can be an option on follow-up teams. Izumo can be an option on Acheron teams. You also have Inert Salcedo, and you also can consider maybe a more supportive planar set, such as Lushaka for an attack scaling damage dealer on the team. For main stats, you'd be looking at crit damage or crit rate body. Do keep in mind though that Cipher will get 50% crit rate if you maximize her trace. For boots, you'll want speed, quantum or attack orb, and lastly attack or ERR rope. As for substats, you'll be looking for speed, crit damage, crit rate, and effect hit rate up to 38/39% to ensure that she'll inflict the weakened state onto enemies with her skill guaranteed. And do keep in mind, she does get 10% effect hit rate through her chases, which is also pretty nice for getting closer to reaching this goal. As for her speed, you'll want 170 or above speed. And now for her light cones, you'd be looking at her signature, Resolution Shines as Pearls of Sweat, Good Night and Sleep Well, Boundless Choreo, Incessant Rain, and so on. As for Cipher's value, she could be a pretty fun option for numerous teams, and as mentioned, while she may not be the best in slot for some teams, she still can serve that flexible option since she'll allow the team to deal more damage onto enemies and also play that unique role of recording the damage dealt to be able to assist with dealing damage onto enemies through her ultimate. I will say though, for those who are more interested in 3.4 or may already feel content with their teams and the characters on them, then I would say just to aim for the character you're most anticipating, and if you do love Cipher and want to pull her, then she can provide an interesting kit to mess around with. However, if you're more interested in Phainon and the Fate collab, then I would say consider skipping the second half for what's to come in version 3.4. And if you're on the fence for who to pull between 3.3 and 3.4, what I would recommend is potentially holding off on pulling once the new banners for the second half release, and instead wait for the 3.4 livestream to see official information on upcoming characters to get a better idea on which character you may want to get the most for your account. I'll also definitely be covering that information as well, just to give you guys my personal thoughts, as well as what teams those characters can be placed on as well. I would love to know though what you all think about Cipher, if you're planning to pull her or are considering to skip her instead. For me personally, I'm definitely pulling for Cipher just because I personally loved her in the story, and I also think her kit can be pretty fun to mess around with. So that's the personal reason I'm pulling for her, but I would love to know what you all think. And I hope you all did enjoy this video, and if you did, consider subscribing, leave a like to support the video, and I hope to see you all next time. Peace.